Good Tuesday mid-morning. Hey, it's Ice Age TV and the conversations continue. What are we going to do now besides talking about bananas and coffee, right? I mean, come on. The Iceman. What's the Iceman up to now? Yeah, for everybody watching the channel, I know. I talk a lot. I got a lot going on. Should I just put down the phone and stop talking without starting my truck up? Right? Just get your act together before you jump in your truck, man. All right, I'll do that. All right, we're in the race truck today. See there? Told you. 1,630 miles. So it should be at over 7 today as I drive around the adventures of the race truck and have more morning conversation. Just way too much going on. I had to cut that video kind of, not really short, but I had to kind of take care of things, if you know what I mean. And I got to close a barn. It just doesn't end. So you're probably thinking, what the hell? What are you going to talk about now? Right? Look at that. I'm going to hit something, right? Probably. So I can get my barn closed. It's just never ending. So, yeah. What do we talk about now, right? I was talking about the religious stuff. Probably irritate some people that watch the channel, which, whatever. I mean, all I'm trying to do is ask other people. It's like, hey, this is crazy. There it is. Oh my gosh, that's been sitting there. I gotta go do something. You know what's going on is I had a package delivered. I've been wondering where it is. Yeah, so I've got a package delivered. I was out of town, and it's been totally just laying here on the ground. Yeah, it's soaking wet. Look at this. It's a plate. I was thinking to myself, who the heck? Oh my gosh. All right. So yeah, so that's where it is. I was wondering. I got a UPS notification that I had something coming in, and I've never seen it. And we're all blind. Are we blind? My daughter says it's man eyes. Yeah, she says you have. That's what she claims. Because I can't see things. I'm like, all right. Anyway, so yeah, so I just want to talk in more depth of the bill stuff. And really what I just wanted to really kind of change the subject was back to the Carvana. The Carvana ordeal. You know, to me, it's really interesting what Carvana has created. And I've kind of talked a little about this throughout my conversations, but not a lot. It's cold. I got to give this thing a little bit of a run today, see how she does. I mean, I've had this thing now. It's had tons of miles. I get thinking, why wouldn't I just go ahead, sport mode, and echo. I don't want echo. Just Jesus Christ. You know, the biggest gripe people have about these technology is, why won't you just default to sport? Why can't I just default this truck to stay in sport? Right? I mean, why does it always have to be jumping back to regular? Yeah, so I'm gonna have to kind of get into it a little bit. And y'all share with me kind of getting off the line and see what other people think about the ride. You know what I mean? Yeah, so not here in the back roads. But anything about Carvana, look at Carvana. It seems like Carvana helped. I mean, did Carvana help drive the used car market into the crazy pricing? Was that just Carvana? Was it the auctions? Was it Manheim? Listen to this thing. The thing doesn't want to get out of gear. Come on, man. Listen to this thing. It does not want to get out of fifth gear. See, the truck is cold, and so it's like stuck in fifth gear. I mean, I'm not like even getting into this thing. It's just stuck because it's not warmed up. So I'll warm her up, right? Anyway, so for Carvana, I mean, what's going to play out with me and my Challenger? I mean, I need to make a phone call. Does anybody answer? I mean, all I'm hearing is everybody's getting laid off. So, I mean, what's the attitudes, right? I mean, sincerely, what's the attitudes? I mean, so this truck sounds fast, but is it fast, right? I mean, I don't know. I mean, does this thing really... This thing is so stuck in fifth gear. This thing will not... Yeah, it's the violence, right? Yeah, so... Here's all the traffic, but not much. I'll tell you what. This area, the pandemic in some ways did me a favor, and in other areas it did not. All right, so here we are. So let's just get into it right now. Let's just see what happens. So kind of bog right there. So it kind of bogged. That was really weird. I've never done that yet. So it's kind of like had that area went from second to third where it just kind of totally lost it. So let's see what this thing does. I think the second gear, you got to get this thing down to second gear. Can I get in second gear? And that's what usually the most powerful part is. There it is. So not bad. Not bad, but not like, you know, you can definitely, so I can now say, yeah, it's a 400 horsepower motor. For some reason, she just doesn't, she had a total loss of power there when it came off. And now, she's pretty warmed up. If you look at the instrumentation. So not shabby. Not shabby. For what I'm used to driving, you gotta remember, I'm driving 800 horsepower cars. So this has half the power. So yeah, there's no doubt. You really get the fun factor out of this, you got to go to the supercharger. But for me, I have such fast cars already. I mean, do I want to really do that? I mean, I'm not doing that right now. So let's just kind of gear her down again. It's nice and open road. So let's try to get it down to third gear. There's a cop right there. Somebody's slowing down right there. He's gonna bust me. He's like, hey buddy. I'll be like, yeah, I was trying to just see what my truck does as he comes after me. Like, that truck kind of saved me. That truck pulling out saved me from just him busting me. I mean, he could have clocked me. This is a 45-mile-an-hour road. Yikes! Yeah, what's on that one? Timing, right? Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, and I'll be like, I was just trying to run my truck to see how it actually runs the first time. Be like, yeah, right, buddy. There's your ticket for aggressive driving. Yeah, anyways, so near my glasses, my sunglasses are way up on the dash because I slowed this thing down. So everybody chased me and just about getting a ticket today, right? Yeah, you get a nice bill. I already told you earlier, you get that nice speeding ticket bill. Yeah, I'll be eating my own words, right? Can I even get my glasses? I can't even reach them. But anyways, yeah, so back to the Carvana. Did Carvana really create this fiasco of the car market? I don't think they did, but they're definitely part of it. I mean, but at the same time, Carvana was really paying premium money for used cars, which forced the car dealers to pay premium money for used cars, to turn around and sell used cars for premium money. So has Carvana been kind of like, the double-edged sword here, where it's created the craziness in the market? I don't know. I'm not that in depth with the used car market to really be able to say that they're the driving force. I think they contributed, but now to see what's going on with them, I mean, sincerely, the word in the street is they're going to have to file a bankruptcy, because whether you realize it or not, and I read about this last spring, I think it was like late winter, early spring, they had to sell off. Some company bought their debt. And it was extremely expensive, from my understanding, for Carvana to try to pay back their debt, which, that's the only reason the company that bought their debt agreed to deals, because they had to pay it back at a substantially higher rate for them, taking on their challenges financially. So this isn't like Carvana wasn't starting to take a hit. Carvana started getting themselves in trouble this past late winter, early spring. I think that's when it kind of started to happen. So now, for me, with that Dodge Challenger, did they pay the debt? Did they pay the bank off for that money that was owed to that car? I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not that far into this at this point. And yeah, am I going to have to now call Carvana and find out what's going on with my tag? Yeah, I have to do that. I mean, so does that car there turn into a fiasco? Oh my goodness gracious. And then all you read about anymore, and all the big YouTuber guys talk nothing but every day about how the used car market's collapsed. And the car market's collapsed. I can honestly say I went to Coons Baltimore Ford yesterday to pick up that spare tire. I never did show you the spare tire. I like it. It's a black wheel, so if anything ever happened to one of these wheels, it wouldn't look that odd as far as me still having a black wheel in the truck. But I was at Coons Baltimore Ford yesterday, and the inventory was very healthy. It's probably the healthiest I've now seen it in a long time on new trucks. New trucks huge. And keep in mind that, you know, Ford doesn't sell any sedan vehicles anymore. It's all the Ford Mustangs, the full size trucks, medium size, Ranger size trucks. So the F-150s were dominant. And then the used car side, a lot of used car vehicles. I mean, a lot of used car vehicles. So, yeah, I mean, what's going on? Well, we know the car market has, and that's what I was going to talk about yesterday that I talked about is the reality. You know, I think we're kind of back to the reality of the economy, meaning, and I said it yesterday, I say it again today, is everybody and your brother is still going to go out and just buy all this stuff. I think those days are over. So the heyday, man, I got messages everywhere all over my freaking truck and car here, but whatever. So the craziness is done. So I don't know. It's just kind of a little aggravating to me as an individual that you hear all this gloom and doom talk, especially on YouTube channels. But at the same time, I think to myself, we're just kind of back to the way it used to be pre-pandemic, where everybody wasn't going out and just spending their money all day long as they were bored. I mean, I so believe during the pandemic, the people that got their guaranteed check to stay home, and then even got more checks from the government, which the government was just issuing checks left and right, and then you had families that got $300 per kid per month checks. I mean, I just think that there was so much free money out there that people were, you know, I hate to say abusing the situation, but I think that they were just taking that money and sharing the money and going out and buying a lot of stuff that they normally wouldn't do. And people were sitting at home and they were just bored of nothing to do. And so they decided to just go ahead and, you know, take that money and go do something with it, which usually equates into spending and buying something, which equates to, you know, cars, trucks, motorcycles, you know, the list goes on and on and on. And that's what drove what I called the fake economy. Yes. And now, you know, it's really interesting. The mainstream media does not talk. It just doesn't talk much about the so-called YouTubers are claiming that repossessions on vehicles is through the roof. Do you see this on the general media? I don't hear these conversations. You know, the YouTubers are saying houses are being foreclosed on, and banks and people are cleaning their checking accounts out to get cash. I mean, do you hear this in the general media? It's just, what are you, the fog? Like yesterday, the fog, you know, are we in a fog right now? I mean, I think we are, personally. Oh, yeah, here's a sleep. It's a good example of the pandemic. That used to be a Ruby Tuesdays restaurant up there, and they converted it into a Sleep Number location. You know, all the takeout, I know people who own pizza restaurants, Chinese restaurants. They made the most money ever in their businesses during the pandemic. I mean, and so it's just incredible. I mean, so many people made so much money. All right, I gotta go here, and we'll continue the Ice Age, you know, part 2 conversations. All right, we are here at LA Tent Manassas once again. And what are we doing? What is the plan now, Mr. Iceman? Well, the plan is to get my sticker that I had them create to see if I'm really cool or really not so cool on the vehicle here, having a sticker on the back end here, a Coyote sticker. So that's what I'm thinking. So follow me along as we see if the sticker looks that cool. It may not look that great. I may change my mind and think that this isn't a good idea. So, and how much is this going to be today, right? All right, well, here it is. Here's kind of the color. And there it actually looks. So, I don't know. I don't know if does that color really match other blue? Very debatable. But what's really interesting here is, why do we have 4? Why do we have 4 stickers? Why do we have 4 stickers?
In case you mess one up, put one up.
There you go. That makes sense. Or do I take one and put it in the back window? You know what I mean? Just have Coyote everywhere, right?
There you go.
All right, here she comes. All right, the moment of truth of how she's gonna look. And where we put it and all that stuff. So let's discuss that. Where are we gonna put the stickers? All right, the moment of truth. So we've been mulling over how it should go. This has not been an easy decision. And this gentleman here, I think, did the best yet. I think he kind of got it. I like it. I'm kind of going to go below the line here. I was thinking more above here, but I think it does give it more character being below. So that's what we're going to do. All right, here we go. The expert of the experts is doing it, and I would have done it differently. Nothing like what he's doing, but he does it for a living. That's why I don't. I'd be fired in the first day of work here. They would actually be more than happy to get me home and pay for my gas. Look at that. All right. Hey, pretty cool. Yeah, that's good. So he did great. At first I questioned his authority, but he did it right. That's awesome. Look at that. That's pretty cool. It's very good. That's great. The colors are really close. A lot closer than I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really good. I like it.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
It's subtle, but
Yeah. All right, we're on the other side, and do we match it to a T off the back of that light?
So what I'm going to do is,
Look at this. This color so hides the dirt. Space white. Look at that. Isn't that pretty cool? All right. We got her. Let's see how she looks outside. It gives it. Is she faster now? She sounds fast, doesn't she? Yeah. Supercharger. May just have to do a supercharger after getting that kind of ride. Cool, man. I gotta pay you. Thank you. All right, another LA tint job. And what do you think, huh? I like it. I think it's pretty good. Kind of gives the truck more of a what it is, maybe. Does it? Does it go 1 mile an hour faster now? It says coming into the entrance here, something rubbed. Something in the back here rubbed. Was it my rear mud guard? That'd be my guess. Right there she is. Here's a little better. More of it there. So we were really debating on, do we go up higher? I kind of first had a vision this being a little higher, but I think we got it right. I think we're okay. Oh, the race truck. This truck really is just so much fun. Fun. Yeah, now I'm thinking to myself, what do I do, right? Do I supercharge it? Yeah, because after that blast this morning, I'm just not really that excited. It just isn't giving me what I want, right? Yeah, I know. So now I'm like, hey, yeah, that's not going to happen anytime soon, but no, for sure, this thing would really be even that much more fun with the supercharger. So yeah, I have to say in the future, Should be supercharged. No doubt. Probably go that route down the road. But for this year, not yet. A lot of money going out the door for the toys, and I'm just not prepared for that. And I've got other supercharged vehicles I can drive if I want to get the kick of that all-out blast. But the exhaust note in this thing and the free-spirited feel of it is just so much fun. I mean, it feels fast. It sounds fast, but is it really fast? And, you know, once again, I've talked about it numerous times. 400 horsepower. That's a shame he didn't have like 480 or 500s. I think that 80 to 100 more horsepower really would just make this thing that much more fun. And I guess, you know, can you get into the force scan and open this thing up? I'm sure the Ford motor enthusiast that knows a lot about these Coyote motors would probably be able to tell me that. I mean, my guess would be it's just a programming. You know, I would think that would be kind of it. I don't know. It's not that much in the detail of the performance side of the 5.0 Coyote motor aftermarket. I think it'd be pretty cool. But I think the sticker looks good. I think it gives the truck a nice theme. And, you know, just a nice, you know, do you hear this thing? It's just so much fun. And this thing downshifts. I mean, it's just a really fun, free-spirited truck. See that? See that thing just jumped down? It just wants to make noise like me, right? Yeah, kind of sounds like me, doesn't it, right? And hey, already some people are weighing in on the bill conversation today, which I appreciate that. Appreciate some other people's thoughts, which I think is very good. We all can have our ideas and thoughts and views. So I can't wait to get back in to read a few of them. I can't really read them right now, but I've seen a few populate, and that's what I'm going to do. So coming down the home stretch here, and not a lot more to say, not a lot more to say as I stumble upon my words and all that other good stuff. So kind of call it a race truck day again. Makes a lot of noise, right? I mean, so she's a little noisy, but it's nothing, you know, I've been spoiled. I mean, I'll be the first to admit that I've been spoiled. You know, because I'm GT500. I've got a Hellcat Red Eye, so, you know, when I nail this thing, yeah, is it fast? Yeah. But is it what I'm used to? Yeah, that's the challenge is for me. I've got other vehicles that just give you a lot more of that, you know, kick in the pants feel, inertia, and that's a challenge. That's why, like that 392 Scat Pack Challenger, to me that thing's just lame. You know, if some guys watching a video, it'd be probably like taken back, but it's just, yeah, I was saying, thinking about GT50 10-speed Orange Fury Mustang. After I have the, you know, the GT500, and I jump into that thing, it just, you know, you're like, where is it? And that's the challenge. But no doubt, if you supercharge this thing, oh yeah, this thing would just be crazy fun. That's why I think I'm gonna have to do it. I mean, I have to do it. This truck would be just so badass. But then do I have to put any traction bars in the back of it? You know what I mean? I mean, that's where it all kind of starts to play out. All right, we're gonna call it. I have so much office paperwork to do. I have to get back to my office, and I do the sit in the office. I can't stand sitting in my office doing paperwork. I'm the guy that loves the field and be doing things, but it's all business. So thanks for watching my Ice HT, and stay tuned for more conversations and adventures. Thanks for watching.